So, hello, good morning. Welcome in this very nice spring day. Hopefully it will get sunny. And today I'd like to bring attention to the all human talent in STEM, meaning science, technology, engineering, and math. And of course, we should not forget about still the ways how to increase percentages of women in STEM field and how we can find solutions for that. And in this case, I think we have to realize that percentage of women in STEM remains still very low. But I'd like to today zoom out and broaden this perspective of human talent in STEM, meaning women and men. And of course, you could realize, and probably you already heard about, that the talent is very difficult to find. But first, the talent has to be noticed. And I've heard from many recruiters that actually, and recruiters and hunters for talent, that this is not easy job. Because to notice talent, especially I, for example, met so many people as a woman also in STEM, which have still so much potential, which have been not yet discovered. But to notice talent is not enough. Talent you need to invest in. And investment meaning unlocking this talent by what is important by, for example, if you think and you would like to answer this question, how we could successfully develop human talents in STEM field, one of the answers is, that's what I'm already doing, is to develop as also agile energetic coach personal development programs to boost this talent, to nurture this talent, because many times maybe this talent is undiscovered because there is lack of nurturing, maybe there is discrimination, maybe there is not enough key decision makers to support especially human talent in STEM. So we need to develop programs, and I feel really happy that I could develop not only agile team building program to invest in human talent in STEM, but also to develop, shape your leadership. So to actually discover potential future leaders and develop programs to boost their leadership potential. So this is important. There are other ways how we could successfully develop talent, but I will not tell you yet. I will not share with you what the answer could be. So please stay tuned and follow the rest of the vlog later.
Actually, already after the event, here inside, actually, I can show you of this beautiful building, actually BP5, which is the first circular building in Leiden Bioscience Park. And here is Quiet Zone. So what I'd like to actually tell you about is, remember I told you that another possibilities to find answer will come, hopefully arise from the event which I already participated in. This was event which was for the first time after Corona time. So this was very important event which was focusing on developing job market in life sciences, and important here thing came from this event where not only people which were present from City Council but also from Leiden University, study advisors, career advisors, and other organizations, also representing Leiden Bioscience Park organization, since Leiden Bioscience Park has a working group which contributes to all the scientific initiatives and events which are related to Leiden City of Science, which I already told you about the session and event in Museum Burghave last time, Rijksmuseum Burghave. But today's event was very important because it really there were many different parties discussing about how what kind of actually outcome and results they already have by developing a job market in life sciences. So I think it's very important for all of you who are listening to me and have life science background. And definitely there is a lot of focus on social skills, of course students, but what I was a little bit missing was actually focus also on people which are with PhD, which are highly skilled PhDs. I hopefully I will get statistics so I can tell you more about the situation of the job market for PhDs in life sciences. But also what brought my attention, and also what I already thought about to share with you, and this came along in line, is that indeed flexibility but also social skills become very important for companies which are looking for candidates, for ideal candidates. And the other thing is the flexibility. So the flexibility, and maybe I will now come a little bit out of the building. The flexibility is important because the flexibility is related already to COVID situation, where you have COVID situation where a lot of indeed CEOs and managers saw as a clear result that working remotely from home can be very time efficient process. The other thing which was very important for me to realize within the social skills, of course, is that if you think about people having life science backgrounds, you look at people which still did many different, let's say, studies, specific studies in specific domain, like biomedical sciences, or biology or biochemistry, biophysics, and then you start to think that especially in terms of diversity, all these people which are very talented, we have to find programs which will attract these people to the companies, and we need to think about developing this interdisciplinary talent and attract this talent. And what also was discussed today regarding international talent, not only attract them but also give them stable work conditions so they can stay and contribute, so that we can also maintain basically this talent, international talent in Netherlands, in Leiden Bioscience Park too. The third important thing which I like to talk about now, flexibility, diversity, but it's also what was also discussed. There are certain organizations coming from City Council regarding of South Holland province, also organizations where there is a focus for after graduate actually education, so postgraduate education. And I think this education is postgraduate education is very important, but it needs to be really thought well as a development program for people which would like to further educate themselves to a certain profession, so that indeed this postgraduate training, not only at universities but also in the industry, will be well thought and well developed. And of course, I would like to bring my perspective. I would like that in this development of human talent and job market, it's also important to develop actually agile work culture. So to get rid of micromanagement, which actually can save and can lead to very time efficient management, people management. So that's something which I would bring to develop this talent. And I think we have to I think it's great that all these parties representing and Leiden University and companies in Leiden Bioscience Park and province South Holland were here. They talk to each other. That's already first step. And they see where are the needs, where are the struggles, and how can we now solve it in terms of our agenda, developing agenda, implementation agenda, which can happen for universities, but also kind of
disciplinary initiatives. Because these interdisciplinary initiatives lead to interdisciplinary also the development of international talent and maintaining this talent, keeping this talent. So this is really crucial because this interdisciplinary talent also its work, its development leads to also successful development of interdisciplinary innovation. So that's what I'd like to share today with you about perspectives which came from these meetings and how we can now collaborate, how we bring different partners and develop different programs and thinking again from different perspectives. That's really agile by changing the perspectives to develop also international interdisciplinary talent. So thanks a lot, and from this beautiful place here, Circular BP, actually BioPartner 5 building, I give you big hugs, so stay tuned and see you next time. Bye!